Hey guys, so this week's Makeup Monday is going to be an eye makeup tutorial, and it's going to be using the Monaco Palette, which is from Sleek, and I'll show you here. I'm trying to cover up the mirror so that you don't get blinded. These are the colours in the palette, nice and summery. It almost doesn't do it justice in the camera because the sort of purpley pinky colour is really bright, and the lime green, they're really good for summer. So those are the colours that I'm going to be using today, turquoise and navy blue from this palette. The look is quite good for day and evening, so you can adjust to fit whatever you're doing, and really easy look to do. So I'll just zoom you in so you can see. So slightly graduated, I guess, sort of like light turquoise out to the blue. And that is it, that's the look we're going for. So hopefully you like this, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is pop on our primer, and the one I'm using today is going to be from Benefit, and it's the Lemonade primer. This is again always as good to use as your base, just so that it gives you a neutral sort of palette to work on. So make sure that's covered, and we're taking it up above the crease today. Also take it down into your sort of tear duct area there. And then the first thing that you're going to do is pop on a white sort of silvery shimmer eyeshadow, and this one is going to work as your base colour, and we're just going to literally pack that on to the lid, taking it across the whole of the lid right to the lash line. And just above the crease there, also down into the inner corner. And this one isn't from the Monaco palette, as I said before. This one is just one I already had, but you can use anything, so you could use silver or whatever colour you want. This is more like a pearly white that's going on there. And then once you have that one, what we're going to do is we're going to use the I'll see if I can show you these. We're going to use this light one here and then the darker one there. Those are going to be our two main colours, and then we're also going to use like the navy blue. So those are the colours we're using from the Monaco palette today. And what we're then going to do is put on, using the lighter colour, the lighter turquoise, sorry, we're going to put that into the middle of your eyelid, and we're almost like pressing the powder in rather than brushing it on, so that we get like a really nice full colour. And the nice thing with these is that because they're mineral powders, the colour tends to be really quite highly pigmented, but also it then stays on really well. So at the moment, don't panic about having sort of stripes where your makeup is. I'm just going to try and move the light so you can see there. So yeah, pack that one on there, and then we're going to do the same but with the darker turquoise, and that's going to go out again, overlapping slightly and keeping that same shape out into the outer corner. We're almost just curving it in, so we're not making a wing shape at the moment. And then you're just, with whatever's left on your brush, just going to sweep that along the crease. And then I'm just going to blend that in because it's still quite heavy. And so there, so you should have sort of like your turquoise bases there. And then for the next bit, we're actually going to use the brush that came with the Sleek palette, and that's sort of like a sponge applicator. And with that one, we're going to go in ahead and get a little bit of the blue, the dark blue, and we're just going to work like this, sort of almost as if you're doing an eyeliner effect there. So from the sort of just in slightly on the top lid, the lash line there, and just work outwards, and you're almost just dotting it into place, and you'll see sort of there sort of a little bit of a line, and then you can start to build on it, but we're not trying to get a mass coverage of this one. And then you just take it in ever so slightly, but hardly it's just the tiniest little V shape. And we're not going for the big smoky eye look on this one. And then what you do is get your brush that you had earlier, just dust off any excess of the turquoise, and we're just going to blend that. And the idea is with these 3 different colours that you would just get a graduated look. So rather than having it all mixing into one, we want the 3 colours to still be there. Okay, I'm just going to brush some of that out because I don't want the blue to be the heavier colour. And then what we're going to do is go back on with the darker green colour, like the darker turquoise, and we're just going to pack that back in. And then get your lighter one again and do the same. And then with your light pearly pigment, do the same again with that one. So now I've got my mascara on. What we're going to do is under our lash line there, and we're going to just use our sponge applicator there. We're just going to dab in, so on the very tip we've got the blue eyeshadow, and we're almost quite thickly going to pop the dark blue underneath your bottom lash line. And this is going on quite thick to start, and then we're going to smudge it outwards. And take it pretty much all the way along. And then using a smaller sort of brush, this end here, we're just going to smudge it out. And then what you're going to do is, using this same brush that we've just used now, we're going to get the turquoisey colour, and we're going to go back along just to give it a little bit more of the same effect as we've got on the top with the graduated colours. And with that, I'd say probably take it about 2/3 of the way along your lash line. And then for the final bit, we're going to get the nice light shimmery powder, and we're going to go back into the inner corner tear duct area, and we're just going to bring that back out here, and then make sure you've got it into the corner. And then the final bit, and this is sort of optional, I guess you could do this more for the evening look, using a navy blue eyeliner. I'm just gonna, rather than go along the bottom waterline, I'm just going to take it on the upper lid waterline, and then whatever's on there will sort of, as you blink, will drop down, and then just pop a tiny little bit on the bottom waterline there. And although that will obviously still give the same effect of the eyeliner, it then won't be quite as heavy as black. So I'm just going to zoom you out. And that there is our finished look. So as you can see there, you've got the blue and the turquoise sort of graduated look, almost I guess like the same colours as in peacock feathers maybe. Then just to finish off the look, I'm just going to use a little bit of my Dallas blusher, and then the lipstick, which I already have on, is from Benefit, and it's called Picked Up in Paradise, and it is sort of almost like a pinky lilac-y colour, and the pink is great for summer, so that one's a really good look there. And that is it, that is your finished look. So really easy to do, great for daytime, but also you can add on some lashes and a bit of thicker eyeliner and make it a bit more heavy for the evening. So I hope you like this look, and let me see if you do give it a try. I'd love to see either video responses or pictures on Twitter, Facebook, that kind of thing. But happy Makeup Monday, and I'll see you next week.